Good day, folks. Welcome to another episode of Evangelist Life. If you look in the background, I am here at a cemetery here in my hometown of Elyria, Ohio. Hopefully y'all can hear me clearly. I had a microphone piece, but it broke. So I'm going to try to talk clearly so y'all can hear me. So today's video, I'm here in Elyria, first of all, to visit some family. Like I said, this is my hometown. This is where I grew up, Elyria, Ohio. But anyways, the video is going to be about not allowing your dreams to die. Now I know for many of you, the message, that phrase might sound a little cliche, but bear with me. It's not, maybe it is cliche, but it's a message that I feel society needs to hear. And given the fact that my channel is growing, thanks to all of y'all that have been watching my channel, and y'all been participating in the community here on Andrew's Life, I just got a message that I think many people need to hear. In the midst of all this organized confusion that's going on in society, all this chaos, all the lying that's going on from all different kinds of people, I'm not going to get into who's lying about what. I think for those of y'all that are somewhat intelligent, y'all know what I'm talking about. Now, think about this for a minute. The planet Earth is over 4.5 billion years old. Now look at all these tombstones. Now the people that are buried underground here. Now some of these people may have lived that many of us might view as a long life. Like some of these tombstones that you see, some of these people may have lived to be over 100. Which, if you live to be over 100, that is super old. You lived a long life. But then again, you also got some of these people that didn't get to live that long. You got people that may have lived until they were in their 50s. You got people that lived not even that long. Like, for those of you that have been following me for a while, you know that my oldest sister then passed away of brain cancer. She passed away on the 4th of January of 2004. Several months after she first learned that she had cancer. But unfortunately for her, by the time she learned she had cancer, it was too late. The cancer has already spread throughout her entire body, basically. So despite the chemo, despite the surgery, there ain't nothing they can do for her. But she passed away at the young age of 34. Now, when she was alive, she loved to travel. She done traveled all over the world. She done been to the continents of Africa. She done been all over the Americas. She done been all over Europe. She done been all over the place. She was a traveling individual. The traveling I'm doing, she would put my traveling to shame. Now, although she did run up a lot of debt, but nevertheless, she enjoyed her life for the short time that she is on this earth. Now, I'm not suggesting that y'all live a life to where you're reckless, you're financially irresponsible, and you're neglecting your responsibilities as a grown-up. I'm not suggesting that at all. What I'm suggesting is, however it is, what I'm suggesting is you need to take the time. You need to put the work in to what am I working for? You need to take the time and put the work in into figuring out the best life for yourself. The best life meaning the happiest life for yourself. Because when you look at the fact that the planet Earth is over 4.5 billion years old, and if you're lucky, you might get to live for a measly 100 and some years of rich. 100 and some years out of 4.5 billion years, man. 100 years ain't nothing. 100 years is not even 100 years is like a penny. 100 years is like taking a penny and dropping it in the ocean. You know, it's insignificant in that regard. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not saying that the people that are underground are insignificant. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is, when you gauge how short the human life is compared to the age of the planet in which we walk on, my attitude is we need, as soon as we get into adulthood, I mean, because granted, when you're children, you can only make so many choices for yourself due to your parents and all that good stuff. But as soon as you turn 18, as soon as you turn 18, I would say that's the time to start taking the time and deciphering who it is you are as a person. Now I understand, in this society, many of us don't reach the point of our life to where we actually know who the hell we are until we're in our mid-20s, if not early 30s. But what I'm saying is, for those of you that might be a little younger that are watching my channel, for those of you that are my age and your parents, and maybe you got 18 and 19-year-olds still living at the house, the younger that somebody can decipher who the heck they are, the better off their life is going to be moving forward. Because the more time in life they're going to have to live their best life. And you see, and I believe that everybody out here ought to focus on happiness. And again, I'm not suggesting to go out here and be reckless. Well, here's what I'm saying. Like, when you sit, like maybe, like whatever occupation you want to pursue, don't pursue it only because of the money. Pursue it also because you're going to enjoy it. And then when that time comes where you no longer enjoy what it is you're doing, go out here, pursue something different. If it means you have to learn a new skill, then go and learn that new skill. Now I understand sometimes, depending on what it is you want to do, learning that new skill may not be so financially feasible. But whatever skills that are out here that are financially feasible to you, some of them you can learn for free, I would advise you to go out here and learn them. So, I would say as soon as you turn 18, as soon as you graduate high school, that is the time to get out here and try to figure out life for yourself. Like, try to figure out who you are as a person. Try to figure out what it is you want to do occupationally, what it is you want to do for an income, and then pursue it. And then when that day comes where you're bored, you're sick of it, you're tired of it for whatever reason, it's time to go back to the drawing board and change. And also with living your best life, you also are going to want to sit down and figure out how it is you want to live your life. Like, do you want to do you want to live somewhere where it's warm all the time? Do you want to live somewhere where it's colder all the time? Do you want to live somewhere to where you have 4 seasons? So, do you want to live? What country do you want to live in? Do you want to live in the USA? Do you want to live, I don't know, in one of the? Do you want to live somewhere in Africa? Do you want to live over somewhere in Europe? I mean, where do you want to live? How do you want to live? And then, and none of this is necessarily in any particular order, but then when it comes to the people that you choose to surround yourself with, that's also important as well. Like, if you're, like, let's say you're a money saver and you're conservative with your resources. You don't want to deal with, like, you don't want to date, and you definitely don't want to marry somebody who's reckless. They're the type that they're free spirit, they blow their money on whatever and don't give a damn what. So clearly, you don't want to deal with anyone that's financially reckless if you're the type that likes to be more conservative with their financial resources. So, however it is you're wanting to live a life, whatever belief system that you may have adopted as an adult, you're going to want to surround yourself with people, whether it be a significant other or whether it just be from friendship. You're going to want to surround yourself with other people that share the same belief system as yourself. And another thing you're going to want to do is, now there's many of us out here, especially some of you younger folks out here, that, you know, you may not be where you want to be in life. The idea life that you might have for yourself, you're not there yet. Maybe you discussed it with a few people that were close to you. Maybe you discussed it with some people that you thought cared about you, and we're going to have your back regardless. And maybe you have a dream, you have a goal. It's not anything that other people in your circumference may be able to understand. So maybe they may have down talked you, or nah man, you don't need to be doing this and that and the third. You need to go get you a good job, get your money up, make money. You need to go ahead and even though you may not want to get married and have children, you know, some of these people are going to tell you to get married and have children, even though you know down deep that's not really what you want to do. Maybe you're thinking, okay, well, I can envision the perfect life for me being somewhere in Mexico. Your family might tell you, nah man, forget Mexico. Mexico's too dangerous. Why don't you move over to Canada? Why don't you move over somewhere in Europe? Forget Mexico. So another thing I want to tell you guys is, whatever your dreams are, I mean, about, you know, provided that your dream is realistic, provided that whatever dream you have is still in compliance with the law and you're not hurting nobody in the process, whatever your dreams are, don't let your dreams die. Do not let your dreams die. Because one thing which I realize the older I get is, no matter what I do, no matter what I say, no matter how I choose to live my life, there's always going to be somebody that will have something negative to say about how I choose to live my life. There's going to always be somebody that's going to have something negative to say. No matter how I look, no matter what I wear, there's going to always be somebody that's going to dislike how I look. They're not going to like my attire. No matter where I choose to live, I'm going to always run into some people. And I think this is for most of us out here. At some point, you're going to run into people that don't like you for whatever reason. The reasons might be legit. In many cases, they're going to not be legit. So whatever dream you have, however it is you want to live your life, go after your dreams. Do what you gotta do to realize your dreams, and don't let your don't let your dreams die. Don't let your dreams die. Live your dreams. Your dream does not have to stay a dream. Your dream could become a reality. Like for me, I've always had the dream to travel. And I would say for the last, I don't know how many years, I knew back in the day that as soon as I paid off my house, I no longer wanted to just stay stationary. I wanted to travel around. Kind of like what I'm doing right now. Now, right now, am I making the most amount of money? No, I'm not. But I'm working on getting that money up. Now, I've had people both on this channel and in the real world tell me that, you know what, I need to lay off the YouTube and get a real job. And guess what? My dream is to travel. My dream is to become a successful YouTuber. So I'm going to continue to pursue my dream I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing to pursue my dream, to continue to build my channel. Now, if I have to get a 9-to-5 job on the side, I will. But even if I do, best believe you're going to still see me up on this camera. I'm going to still be talking my talk. I'm going to still be doing my driving around videos, which, by the way, when I get back to Alabama, you will see my drive around videos of all the cities I've explored in the UP up in Michigan. So yeah, whatever dreams you got, don't let nobody kill them. Don't let nobody kill them. Keep your dreams alive. Live them. Realize them. And for all the people that want to hate on you because you have certain dreams, those people are most likely not your real friends. I don't care if the haters happen to be within your own family. I know for a lot of you this is easier said than done, but even if the haters are within your own family, maybe it might be good for you to just keep your distance from those individuals in your family that are talking bad, that are talking down on your dream. And then maybe at a later time, either they'll come to you and they'll make things right, or two, once you become successful, you can go to them and holler at them, whatever. I think y'all get the idea. So the next time somebody wants to tell you you can't do something, you shouldn't do something, for no reason other than they don't understand what it is that you want to do, just bear in mind, look at all these tombstones. Look at all these tombstones. Just bear in mind how short your life is. Look at all this. Just bear in mind how short your life is. I would say the oldest person in this cemetery is probably not much older than, I'll just say, 110 years old. 110 years out of 4.5 billion years, which is the age of the planet. Think about that for a minute. 100 and some years is a drop in a bucket compared to 4.5 billion years, man. Life is short. Hey, man, as my man Too Short said, life is too short. I think that album came out back in '94, if I can remember clearly. But my man Too Short even told y'all, man, life's too short. And my man right, life's too short. So, and almost forgot to mention that yesterday when I first got here to Elyria, I went to visit my foster mother. For those of you that have been watching me for a minute, y'all know that I still keep in touch with her. I try to come up here at least 3 times a year to visit her. She's 93 years old. And guess what? She still is able to talk clearly and fluently. She's, mentally, she's very bright. All her faculty is working like it's supposed to. In fact, I would say mentally, she's brighter than most people half her age. She still drives. She still walks. She had 19 twice and got over both of them. Now, she did tell me yesterday that she was having some issues with her heart. But despite what she told me about her heart problems, she still is up and going. She's still driving. She's still enjoying life. Now, and she told me that ever since she was a little girl, her dream was to be a foster mother. And guess what she did? Ever since she was in her, I want to say mid-20s, she became a foster parent. And she done fostered 49 children, myself included. Because she told me that, she knew that foster parenting wouldn't pay a lot of money. But she didn't care. I mean, because I asked her, well, what made you want to be a foster parent? And she told me it's something I've always wanted to do. And she told me that there were other people in her family that told her that she shouldn't be a foster parent. She should go and get a regular job, like a job at the factory or whatever. She should maybe go to school and get a regular job and be quote unquote successful. But her answer to that was no. I want to be a foster parent. I want to have foster children. Because her attitude was there were a bunch of children that were out here that needed her service. And that's what she wanted to do, and that's exactly what she did. Now her husband, because she was married, now her husband passed away 22 years ago, but her husband, he was a salesperson. He sold vacuum cleaners, and that's what he did during his working years. I mean, needless to say, they did not earn a lot of money. I would say they did not make a lot of money. I would say at best, they may have been considered working class. They did not make a lot of money at all. Now, they did raise, I forgot how many other biological children that they had. I think biologically they had like 7 children. And then on top of the biological children that they raised, they also had 49 foster kids, myself included. And that was the dream. I mean, that was their dream, because Alice's husband, his name was Bill. I mean, he got into sales when he was in his early 20s. He liked doing sales. He couldn't picture himself doing anything but sales. So he continued to do sales. I mean, it didn't always pay the most amount of money, but that's what he wanted to do, so that's what he did. So, but yeah, my foster parents lived the life they wanted to live. And my foster mother, who's still alive, who's still with us, is living a life that she wants to live. So again, I'm not suggesting to be financially reckless. What I'm trying to tell y'all is, when it comes to how you want to live your life, when it comes to the occupation you want to pursue, you need to look beyond the money. You need to take into consideration your happiness. Now, some people, like you got a lot of people online that will tell you, don't worry about happiness, just get your money, get your bag, stuff like that. And I strongly disagree with that philosophy, because it has been statistically proven that people that live happier lives tend to live longer lives, tend to live healthier lives. Like when you look at all the craziness going on in society, you got people out here committing mass essence. I can't say that word, it's YouTube, so I'm talking like YouTube language. But you got people that done. You got people. It seems like almost every other day, you cut the TV on, you cut on any type of media sources online. You got some knucklehead that done committed some type of mass S, and then they always talking about, I mean, he got some mental problems. He got some mental problems. It's like, yeah, I bet he do. And I bet a lot of these people that have been diagnosed with mental issues, whether it be the last minute or whether, whenever. I bet one of the things that plays into the mental issues of many people in general, especially here in the Western Hemisphere, is the fact that too many of us are focused on money. Get your bag, get your money, get your paper. You got women out here talking about, I ain't gonna date no man unless he's making 6 figures or better. I can't date a man that's making 50. Nah, I can't do that, man. I ain't dating no average dude. I can't do that. He gotta make at least 6 figures. You see, and to me, that right there is one of the big reasons why so many people are having mental issues right now. Yeah, I know we're going through a recession. I get it. I realize that a lot of people done lost their jobs. One minute they had a job making 6 figures, next minute they ain't working at all. Now they're collecting unemployment and stuff. I get all that, but I still feel that if more of us would adopt a lifestyle that emphasizes happiness more than just money, when we lose the money aspect of our lives, we have happiness. We still have our mental and our physical health. We still got communities. We still got healthy connections with each other as human beings. But when we decide to throw happiness off to the wayside and just focus on the money, when you lose your money, what you got? You ain't got nothing. You're just an empty soul. So hopefully you guys got something out of the video. I don't want to keep you all much longer. It's already been over 27 minutes and I got things to do today. So if you like what I do, give videos like this a thumbs up. If you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel and stay blessed. And remember, live your happiest life. Live your best life. Whatever work you got to put in to do it, do it. And there's a possibility that I will come with another video talking about this topic except in a different way. Stay blessed.